We'd now like to call Reverend Glenna of the United Church of Christ in Decatur. Good morning. We certainly don't want to see a sign that says rest in peace on loving our neighbors. You know, Georgians do a lot for love of neighbor. We support those in need with assistance programs. We protect those who are vulnerable by our laws. We offer shelter with open hearts and generosity. But now, I believe that we're asking that question that the Pharisee asked Jesus just before he told the story of the Good Samaritan. The Pharisee, an expert in law, had summarized the law. Love God with all your heart and your neighbor as yourself. When Jesus told him that living according to this law would bring life, the Pharisee tried to justify his own selective reading of that law by asking the question that suggests that our neighbors are whoever we decide we want them to be. And so he asked, who is my neighbor? That's the question that we have to ask today, I believe. Jesus then told the story of the Good Samaritan. If you want to paraphrase, we could say the good, despised immigrant. He said that the good neighbor was the one who showed mercy. And so Jesus said, then go and do likewise. My friends, if House Bill 87 or Senate Bill 40 become law in our state, people of mercy, those who offer shelter and compassion to undocumented immigrants among us, will be considered criminals. Programs in our houses of worship will no longer be sanctuary for those in need. Rest in peace, Southern hospitality. We think of Southern hospitality as an invitation to come visit us, an open friendliness. And I believe, I hope, that the notion of hospitality in the South springs from those same religious roots as loving our neighbors. Many would say that it does. Many legislators would say that it does, that offering a hand of welcome is about offering the love of God. But we must remember, if we're talking about hospitality, that the biblical notion of hospitality is not about having friends over for dinner. It's about welcoming the stranger and offering a hand of welcome and a sense of protection and a sense, actually, of home. If our legislators honor the Hebrew and Christian scriptures as they profess to do, I challenge them to look again to the mandate of hospitality that the people of God were to show to the aliens in their land. The scriptures of Christians and Jews consider hospitality a political and religious practice and have much to say about resident aliens, foreigners, sojourners, and strangers among you. Here's one example of the ethic that is clear. When strangers dwell among you, the scripture says, in your land, do not taunt them. The strangers who dwell with you shall be like natives among you, and you shall love them like yourselves. For you were aliens in the land of Egypt. We forget that, don't we? How soon we forget that most of our ancestors were undocumented aliens in this land. After all, who documented the Pilgrims and the Puritans? Do we really want to be a state where racial profiling, inhospitality, suspicion, and unbiblical response to those who are here because of economic desperation are criminalized, and those who show mercy criminalized among them?